Hello, Matthew Gonzalez here, Gear Up Tutor, UTEP Senior, and I'm here to talk to you about some skills and talents I have and how they apply and how they help me to school, to work, and extracurricular activities. So basically, I listed patience as one of my skills. I think patience is something that a lot of people should have or at least try to display because, you in anything in school, work, and maybe if you play sports, things get stressful, but remaining calm and patient is something that I think helps you get through them a lot easier. I think it's better to stay calm and be patient rather than to go out and get crazy and to get angry or frustrated. I think that makes situations even worse. And compromising, I think compromising is a big skill people need to have. A little thing about compromising is you gotta talk to each other. You gotta say, hey, um, you gotta work something out basically. And in school, you have to compromise things like time. Be like, you know what, if I want to get a good grade, I gotta study. I gotta not hang out with my friends because I got to give up that time with my friends to spend time on reading or studying to get good grades. And same thing with work. You got to compromise with people. If you may not always agree, but you may say, hey, I'll do this if you do that, and it just works out better if you talk to people and make compromises. And also listening, I think I'm a good listener. I'm more of a listener than a talker. I think people need to listen more sometimes when people are talking because people have good things to say. If you listen carefully, people say things that the ordinary person might miss. If there's a difference between listening and hearing. You could hear someone talk, but are you really listening? So I think listening is something people need to try and do more often. I think, especially in school, they need to listen to their teachers or the professors because you could hear them just zone out what they say, but if you really listen to what they have to say, they have valuable information. Same thing with work. If you go to work, you got to be a good listener, or else you're never gonna know what to do. And simplicity, I think I'm a very so I like to do things the simple way because I've had the philosophy that uh, simple is better. It reminds me of I was watching TV and there's a show called Ink Master, and they had to do a challenge, and a lot of people were doing complicated sketches, and at the end they ended up messing up a lot because it was so complicated that they made it worse for themselves compared to someone who it was simple yet effective. So I think being simple at as long simple but effective. Don't be do something simple and but be lazy about it. Do something simple but be effective at work. If you have work to do, don't make it harder on yourself. Just be simple and do what you have to. Don't you know? Don't make don't add things on top of each other. Same thing with uh, school. Do your work. Do anything your teacher tells you to do. Do it. If you want to go above and beyond, that's great. But don't ever try and do things that you can't do. Also, some of the skills that I have are I'm musically oriented. I like to listen to music at all times of the day. If I'm working, if I'm doing schoolwork, if I'm working on assignments, I can't think of an assignment that I have done where I wasn't listening to music. It helps me study, and I think it helps me be more motivated. And if I'm feeling maybe frustrated or stressed, music's always something I like to listen to. I think people should listen to music that they like to because it calms you down. I think it's a good habit to get into if it doesn't distract you, which it doesn't distract me too much. And if it does, I like to just have it silent in the background. So that's something. Those are the five skills that I have that I think really helped me with school and work and other things outside of work and school. And the skills to develop, I think communication skills is something I would develop. You got always you meet new people, and sometimes it's hard to talk to people. But I think learning to talk to people and just confronting people about maybe problems you may have with them, being not rude, but sometimes you got to speak up. You got to say things And I think communicating is a skill I would like to develop. I usually like to, like I said, I'm a listener. I like to listen, but sometimes it's good to speak up a lot. Also, taking initiative. I think taking initiative with anything with school, if the teacher gives you assignments, really do your best at it, take the initiative. Even at work, if maybe someone tells you to do something and you finish, don't be like, oh, I'll just, hang out and whatever, do nothing. It's good to take initiative, to go above and beyond. I think it shows other people that you're a hard worker, and it's something I would like to work on. Sometimes I get into a habit of being like, okay, I'm done. I'll just hang out. But no, it's something I want to show people that I'm a hard worker, and that it's good that I want to show them that I want to do more. Also, tech skills. I've been recently. Uh, I am good at technology. Just I think there's programs and new technology coming out that I think I could familiarize myself with, and it would really it helps in a lot of things. If school, work, and even if you get a job, being good at technology is something that benefits you in the long run. You know how to do more creative things. You know how to do things faster, and those are things that I want to get better at. I want to do things faster. I want to learn how to do new programs that will help me make my work easier. And those are the three skills that I would like to develop. And with that being said, I want to thank you for listening. I hope everything is well with everyone, and have a good rest of the year.